Welcome back to Good Day Stateland. We're falling in love with Rockford this week, which means it's the perfect time to learn a little more about Rockford with Jean and Doug from the Rockford Public Library. You brought some photos.
Yes.
That are pretty historical. You can tell from the first one.
They are very interesting.
So
Yep.
tell us about this one, Doug.
So the very first one is an interesting photo called a broom brigade. It was taken by a local photographer named O.H. Wheat. He had a studio on North Church Street. So what these were women drill teams, and they would use brooms instead of rifles. It's a form of exercise at a time when women were not allowed to participate in a lot of sports, but it was also a form of patriotism.
Yeah.
It was popular late 19th, early 20th century, up to about 1920.
I've never heard of this before.
We hadn't until we got this picture from a donor.
When you see this picture, you're like, okay, we got to figure out what this is about, right?
Right.
All right, Jean, what's the next one?
Okay, this is President Theodore Roosevelt, who spoke in the old courthouse steps, April 6, 1912. And I'd like to point out the Civil War soldier there who's been at various places in Rockford and is now in front of the east side of Memorial Hall.
Yeah.
Roosevelt spoke to 10,000 people. He was introduced by Fred Sterling, who was the father of Arthur Sterling from Rockford and lieutenant governor under Governor Len Small. He was described as being as in good voice and fighting trim, or as he might have said, fit as a bull moose.
All right, we got another picture here. Doug, you'll tell us about this one.
So this is Rockford Police Department's first motorcycle,
Oh, wow.
1910. And the handsome officer is Frank Burbank.
This motorcycle, you know how now they have like those motorized bikes, but they're not motorcycles?
Right.
Like that's what this looks like, right?
It's absolutely wonderful to be able to see the bike of the time and
Yeah.
the police uniform.
Yeah, he looks like he's warm.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, this is in 1886, and this is Rockford's first steamer, the Arrow, and she's being launched from the east bank of the Rock River at the State Street Bridge. So she would have gone up and down the river. One of the ships after her was known as the Illinois. People may have seen
Oh, okay.
pictures of that one as well.
That, I can't tell how big, like, well, if it's
Well,
not that big.
No, but it looks like it could hold about a dozen people
Yeah.
and go up to Rockton or Harlem Park or any of the
It's a
different
nice little
things.
ride. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this one is an undated photo, but you can tell it's probably from about the same time as the police uniforms are about the same.
Yeah.
So it's probably late 1910 or so, something like that. And so it's the east side of State Street Bridge.
Okay.
And it's just the throng caught there with some pedestrians and the streetcar and policemen. And you can see in the background on the building the sign that says Rockford Wholesale Grocery, which was located one block north on Water Street.
We could use a grocery store down there.
Yep,
Now,
that's all
if anyone
changed.
wants to take some history and turn it back to reality.
Right.
Okay, and bicycling has been a popular recreational pursuit for enthusiasts of all ages. This is another one from 1886, two early versions of the penny farthing, also known as the high wheel, and these are members of a bicycle club.
I recently fell off a bike on this show because I don't know how to ride on it. This would be real trouble.
So now this one,
Okay.
obviously a view of the west side of the Rock River. This was taken in 1902. So on the extreme left, if you can barely see it, that is an excursion boat called the Illinois.
Okay.
And to the right of that is the new library construction.
Oh, okay.
That's the Carnegie Library in 1902 being constructed. And then at the far right, that tower, that's the waterworks.
Cool.
So what we found so fascinating is that it's kind of full circle.
Yeah, that's kind of where the library is,
120 years ago, the same thing is happening now at the same spot. The library construction is going up.
See, this is so cool. This is, obviously going to a library, there are plenty of things we expect when we go to a library, but you guys have all of these things too. So if someone is just like, I need some information, you can go see Jean and Doug and you can learn. I like learning, especially like, in this capacity.
We have a lot of fun. We get to
Yeah.
learn something new every day.
All right, well, we can't wait to have you back in next month and learn a little more. Game day coming up next with Chelsea from Flower Girls. Don't go anywhere.